back, everybody, to Muskoka Bros. Today we're going to be planting a tree as part of the Team Tree Mr. Beast challenge of planting 20 million trees. So we've got one, which is good.
It's a significant tree though.
Yeah, it's not like a baby tree.
Yeah, we've got two more at home that Matt and I are going to plant this afternoon.
And we'll start here.
Okay, I've got most of this weight.
Yeah, you wish.
I've got all of it. Get it there! Quickly!
So we'll take it out of the bin too.
Okay, so yeah, that's right where we want it then.
I think so.
So we're basically just gonna go a little bit bigger than it, but not too much.
Should we put it back a bit? Because it's not quite in the middle, but
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go back.
like here would be the back of the hole.
Okay, what are we talking about?
So the back. So this is the back of the dish. This hole. Back of the hole.
Yeah. In my mind, that would be the back of the hole.
Yeah. Where's the front of the hole?
The front of the hole would be where the back of that
Oh, right
is.
here.
Okay. Got it.
In my mind's eye or whatever.
We got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, get your shovel out of the
I
way.
got it. Not too far from the hole.
Okay. Well, this thing is gonna grow quick in this soil.
Yeah, bro.
So Dylan, tell us what you know about willow trees.
Well,
And this one in particular is a weeping willow.
I know that they grow real big, real fast.
Sounds familiar.
Known as the saddest trees, that's why they're called weeping willows. And they provide lots of shade and branches for birds to land on. Aside from that, they're beautiful and large. What do you know about them?
Well, this tree in particular is 40 we call it 40 millimeters. So at 1.4 meters above grade, DBH, deviated breast height, called a 40 mil tree. It doesn't matter how tall it is. We don't sell trees by height. It's always the width of the trunk. Weeping willows, they love water. Just love water. I mean, they'll grow in a swamp. They're very, very weak. Anything that grows quick is weak because it doesn't have dense rings in it. So
We're planting it far away from the house.
yes, these trees in nature, they break very often, but as they break, those branches break down and they become soil, and that's how soil is regenerated. And in the urban environment, we rake up leaves, we rake up branches, and we don't let the soil regenerate. So kind of the worst place you can plant a tree is in someone's yard, but the second worst place you can plant it is not planting it. So
Right.
we're gonna plant it anyways, and Dylan will take care of it.
Also, as you can tell by that plant right there, leaf raking is not a problem for me. I just let it be.
No, that's a true story actually. There's
Yeah.
nutrients right there.
Yeah.
It looks great too.
Yeah.
So let's talk more about Mr. Beast
Okay.
and like where is he at as of today?
So he's at last check, 18 million trees, or 16 million, depending on your numbers. I don't really, it's kind of hard to tell, but getting there. And he does a lot of crazy challenges and stuff every time he reaches some subscriber plateau. Like, he does a lot of charity stuff. One time he bought all of the things in a grocery store and donated it to food banks and
Wow.
stuff. I'm pretty sure his whole YouTube channel is just doing stuff like this.
Okay.
Like doing nice things and like outrageous, like stuff that seems like it would be clickbait, but he actually does
is
the
doing
things.
it, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of his whole shtick, but it's cool.
What's his sub count? You know?
20 million. So
20
this
million.
is to celebrate 20 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah,
Yeah, 20 million. That's impressive.
yeah, totally.
Okay, so what we're doing is we're planting 3 trees, kind of, it's in the same vein, rooted into what we kind of do. Matt kind of spent his 20s planting trees out in Prince George, BC, and I spent somewhat of a summer out there planting trees. So, and what we're into is the outdoors. So we're not planting like a ton of trees, but we are going to be donating $60 to this cause. And we're planting 3 trees because all of our wives have said to us at one point, we want a willow tree. And I personally like them too. So we thought that this would be a good opportunity to show support that way. We are in Canada, so we aren't lacking in trees, but we want to support this cause.
Totally. And the nice thing about doing the donations as well is every dollar that you donate is a tree planted. So $60, 60 trees planted, and the organization that it goes to takes care of where they're going to go, what kind of trees to plant. They have all this research that shows areas of need and what kind of trees they need. So you're not just throwing 60 trees into an already made forest. It's actually going somewhere it's going to make a difference. So that's a really cool part of this charity as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so we're kind of getting sprinkled on here. So we're going to get this willow tree in the ground. So now how deep should we go with planting a tree of this size, Matt?
So proper industry standard would say that we're going to plant, the hole is going to be about double the width of the root ball that it comes in. So and we do that normally in the urban environment because the soil is clay and hard and it's junk soil. But this soil, it's dark. The darker it is, the healthier it is, and it's extremely soft. So we're going to plant this. We're going to dig this hole just a little bit wider, and the roots aren't going to struggle to grow through this. So the size of the hole in this situation is fairly irrelevant, but generally what I run into when I plant trees is extremely gravelly clay soil, and then we want the hole twice as big, and then we backfill with some nutrient-rich soil to give the roots something to grow into before they hit the junk and then eventually die. In 15 years we come and remove the tree.
Sure.
Good, Dale. You can do it.
How's that?
Oh, perfect.
Wow. Boom. It's like you've done this.
Absolutely perfect.
Once or twice.
Right? Like how it can 3D.
Yeah.
Make sure it's straight. Ooh, and I should probably get that tag off of there.
No.
I'll give you a boost.
It's getting cold, but we can still plant the tree because why?
So because this tree has been out of the ground and exposed to cold air temperature, it's gone dormant.
Okay.
So when it goes into the ground, it's not even going to know it's been moved until the spring.
Okay.
And that's perfect. Like if we planted it like 4 weeks ago,
Yeah.
then the tree's going to have transplant shock.
Okay.
And then if they want to do a fall uptake of nutrients before they go to bed.
Right.
And this tree's already done that. Like
Gotcha.
it's not going to have the stress of being put into new soil before it does while it's doing that fall uptake.
Okay. Cool.
So when it wakes up in the spring, it's going to go, oh, I'm in new soil, but it's going to be like, I kind of like this soil.
Nice. That's good.
Because this is actually really good soil.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do a lot worse than that.
Well, the lady that lived here before us gardened, so
Yeah.
it's all like years of gardening happening. All right, cool. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
All right, so we're losing daylight here, and we've got our shovels, and we've got our trees. We are going to plant on the farm. So let's get to it. Cheers.
Eye contact.
Eye contact.
The ground is harder here.
That's not a garden.
Hey, did anyone call for a locate?
I can already see hydro all these trees. So.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I got a new shovel.
Probably deep enough.
Yeah, that's definitely. That's rich soil. That's even better than your garden.
Yeah.
Well, it's a farm, so it makes it easy.
And also slow.
Thanks, Charlie.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice. Nailed it again. Don't forget you need the DB.
Yeah, we don't have enough soil.
Watch this up. I'll just get this rock up here. I was really nervous because I could see it was going to hit me.
Yeah.
And then I thought, what?
Oh.
And then I...
Yeah, he said it's you.
It's too much for Dylan, so we decided to put him on camera.
Camera 1,
Camera
camera
two.
2. Camera 1, camera 2.
1, 2, 8, 9, 10. Perfect.
Charlie, bring it here.
All right, guys, so we planted our last 2 trees, so 3 in total.
Good start.
It's a good start.
I like that we got the trees in the ground. They got covered in soil, and it's going to be rainy as all get out for the next 2 weeks. So
We are donating $60 as well to this cause.
hashtag Team Tree.
Hashtag Team Tree, which
Yeah.
is cool. How do you think these will do?
They're going to do very well. So in case you're wondering if you know anything about trees, we shouldn't have probably planted them underneath these trees. But these are dead ash trees that are coming out, so don't worry about that. The soil, you can see it's dark and rich and soft, so this tree is going to be very, very happy.
All right, guys, so if you want to donate in some capacity, money or planting, just head on over to Mr. Beast. He has all the details there, and it is
Hashtag Team Trees.
just make sure that if you like this video, you like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and MySpace. But most of all, guys, you just got to get out there.
What's Matt gonna say?
Too cool.
So
That was
cool.
cool.